Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Libra, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Libra, wanted to show you some of the crystals I have on my desk today for your reading. This is a green, very highly polished fluorite crystal, as well as this beautiful quartz crystal egg. This was clear across the room from my desk, but I saw it and it really spoke to me for the air sign series. So there could be something that you're hatching, that you're birthing, that is germinating, that is cooking, that is something with eggs, something with fertility. Some of you may be pregnant or trying to get pregnant. So take it as it resonates, or you're just hatching something beautiful. We're going to do your reading today, one card from the Threads of Fate Oracle. Although every time I've asked for one card, I get more than one from Spirit. And then the Tarot of the Abyss for the main reading. So cards have been pre-shuffled. What's going on with Libra? One card. Okay, 3 cards for Libra. This card has come out twice already for the earth signs. I believe it was Capricorn and Taurus. So if you have placements in those signs, you might want to check out those readings. There's something to it. I mean, I've shuffled this deck many times, and it could be just a period of time where you're feeling like you need to activate something. Maybe it's been in this cocoon state for too long, and now is the time to hatch. Now is the time to make good on promises. I just heard Spirit just said make good on promises. Whatever it is, right, we can use the word incendiary. You could be shaking, ruffling a lot of feathers, shaking up a system. I mean, it could be some of you hitting the streets and protesting. You could be having a mini revolution in your family, causing a little bit of chaos. People don't give Libras enough credit, I will say, for causing chaos. I have a Libra North Node, and then anytime whatever is in your North Node is the sign that is meant to teach you lessons. And so because Libra is in my North Node, I'm surrounded on all sides, personal and professional, by Libras. So no one gives them enough credit for being low-key, beautifully chaotic. And it's all on purpose. It's not just a haphazard chaos. It's always got a purpose behind it. But you got this card. You're the only sign that got this card, which is you're having a grand old time. The word is play, and we see kind of I want to say they're dolphins, but then Spirit also said porpoises, which I don't think they're porpoises, but they wanted me to say porpoises. I don't know. But dolphins have a lot of intelligence behind them. They can be territorial, but they've discovered a way to communicate with dolphins, as dolphins have discovered a way to communicate with people. This is the first time that I'm talking today, and I realize the sun is going down, but it's Saturday when I'm filming this, and I just kind of got out of bed an hour ago. But my voice is kind of giving out here and there, so Do you not want me to focus on the fact that you've been dabbling with something, playing with something, hatching something? I keep saying, I want to say hatching with this egg. I keep saying hatching. I don't know what that, hatching a plan. So, you know, maybe some of you want to just keep it under wraps, or you're trying to keep something under wraps. Could have to do with relationship status. You got the love card. Hearts on fire. Hearts on fire. This is a beautiful energy. Both these words, the Spirit wants me to point out the fact that they only have 4 letters. I don't know why that's relevant, but it might be relevant to somebody. These are 4-letter words. Maybe somebody said, oh, I just heard the sentence, hate is a 4-letter word. Did somebody say something like this to you? Like something is a 4-letter word? Take it as it resonates. That's very, I don't talk like that, so that's very specific. There's playfulness here, but there's also passionate energy, right? On both sides of the playfulness. There's something so deep at the base of it, deeply rooted. You know, maybe on the outside you look like you're all fun and games, but on the inside you're just a passionate lover. Of course you are. Of course you are. I'm going to get 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier. Past, present, and future. For Libra. For Libra. It's amazing to me. You know, I live in a pretty big area, densely populated. And it always astounds me that people make the most noise, or at least I perceive that, when they're right under my bedroom window. It irritates me to no end. But this uproarious laughter that you probably heard on the camera, there's something to that, right? I don't take anything for granted when I read tarot. Nothing in my environment is taken for granted. So the fact that somebody just blurted out with 2 people, two young women, just blurted out with so much gleefulness and laughter, plays into the play card. So, I don't know, are you just kind of living your best life right now? I think there's some deeper things that are happening based on the spread. Yeah. Okay. Spirit wanted me to show you the bottom of the deck, Magician in the reverse. Magician in the reverse suggests to me that a little more focus is needed in what it is that you're trying to manifest. There could have been some distraction. I feel as though there was some distraction. 9 of Swords in the reverse. 9 of Swords in the upright is kind of worry, but to the extreme. Nightmare energy. Sleepless nights. But you got the card in the reverse. It's almost like Spirit saying that period of time is over. And you could have made yourself all worked up for nothing. And you realize that this is not, I'm not telling you anything new, but Spirit is acknowledging it, and they're kind of being a little like this with you right now, Libra, and saying you need to focus. You are here to do great things. It's not that you're not doing great things, but you are here to do even greater things, and Spirit needs you to kind of these are kind of harsh messages, like, Libra, get your head in the game, but it requires concentration. Whenever I get this card in this particular deck, you can see here there's kind of like an energetic action happening with the hands, which makes me think of, you know, my Reiki practice and energy healing and energy, concentrated energy between the hands. It doesn't just boom, you know, up, here it goes. Here's the, no, it requires focus. It requires practice, a consistency. This is what Spirit's saying. It's you, and look, see, it's accentuated by this card. If you're trying to bring in things that suggest a heart on fire, a life enthralled and full of excitement, then that focus needs to be like pinpoint accuracy right now. You need to bring in all of your effort to your goals, hopes, and wishes. Because it's like you're very close. Spirit is telling me you're very close. You may not feel that way. In the past energy, you got the Empress in reverse. This is Taurus and Libra energy. So one of the cards that represents your sign came in reverse. The Empress is the number 3 in the Major Arcana. Major Arcana, first 22 cards of the tarot, which represent the archetypes of humanity, divinely guided energies. The Empress is a great attractor, full of vitality, creativity, Mother Earth energy. She summons her surroundings, right? I just feel like there's such dynamic movement in this card. She summons her surroundings. And she comes after the Magician in the Major Arcana. So it's the suggestion that we've set our manifestations, focus them, and then we just wait for all of the good abundance to roll in. Both cards are in reverse. So this is also clarified by the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords talks about waiting for the right opportunity. In some readings, I've referred to it as a card of a little bit of thievery, a little bit of trickery. And this image would suggest it, kind of waiting in the wings, but maybe it's just waiting for your cue. Maybe it's, you know, I always look at some of the cards and, you know, you got to paint a story in your imagination about what they mean. And when I channel from Spirit, I'm just going off of what I see in my mind, and I don't filter it, it just comes out. And so I see somebody waiting in the wings in a theater, waiting for their line to enter the scene. It's almost like this is kind of telling me you're waiting for your moment to embody the Empress energy. And, you know, I wore this ring. It's hard to tell, but this ring represents the Empress. A friend gave it to me. She said, "That's your favorite card, right?" And I said, "Yep, it's my favorite card in the deck." So why is my favorite card in the deck in reverse for you? You should be inhabiting your Empress energy. At least in the past energy, you were not. You were waiting for the right moment. I mean, you are the first. I'm almost at the end of this series. I always do the air signs last, and no one got the sun. No one. So, to me, this represents clarity, right? The sun represents life-giving energy, clarity. I just heard a distinction amongst your peers. Distinction amongst your peers. Maybe part of you knows with this clarity that you know, it's almost like Spirit's not saying it, but you're saying it's like, well, I know good things are worth the wait. Because I know good things are worth the wait, I'm going to play in the meantime. Okay, Libra. Let me not stop you. You know, when I looked at this just now, there's kind of a... I hear this song, Yellow Brick Road. I think that's what the song is called, by Elton John. Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road, where the dogs of society howl. Maybe you like Elton John, maybe you like that song, I don't know. Maybe you like The Wizard of Oz. But that image feels distorted somehow. Like, I've never been there. I think it's in Chicago. The big bean, the reflective thing in Chicago, the bean, it's called the bean, right? Where it's very reflective and it just feels like distortion, like things are kind of, imagery is kind of warped. So, I don't know, maybe there was a part of you that, like, you didn't want to get carried away with yourself. Or you felt like you were on the verge of getting carried away with yourself, and so you kind of pulled back on the reins a little bit. And Spirit is asking why. Why did you do that? I mean, you have free will, you can do what you want, but yeah, there's telling me to mention the story of Icarus, right? Got too close to the sun, fell back to earth. Maybe it wasn't your choice. Maybe somebody said to you, nope, you gotta wait in the wings. You gotta wait your turn. And that honestly was going against your Empress nature, your Empress energy. What do you mean I gotta wait my turn? Things just flow to me. It's flow. What do you mean I have to wait? So I'm gonna ask for one more clarifier because I'm like, what is this about? Four of Pentacles, finances. Maybe we're looking to start a business, make a big investment, like in a house or property. And the market might have been a little, I don't know anything about these things, but the market might have been fluctuating. And so right when you're gonna put the down payment down, it was like, ooh, feeling a little shy about it, feeling a little like, you know, am I jumping the gun? Am I saying my line too early? Because now this is a very, very protective energy. Four of Pentacles. This is all in the past energy. In the present energy, you have the Strength card in reverse. Leo in the Major Arcana talks about a mastery over the ego that serves to protect us, you know, but it keeps us in fear. Right when you were going to put your money down on a house that you loved, there's something in you, maybe it was fear-based, that said, don't do it, not yet, right? And then you hesitated, then the house got sold. Something like that. Just take it as it resonates. That's just an example. It's clarified by the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords talks about, at least this Ten of Swords, talks about a lot of disappointments adding up to a lot of wisdom. That's not how I would normally read the Ten of Swords. Often the Ten of Swords can represent somebody who has been sort of decimated, just like brought very, very low, experiencing someone who has experienced a lot of loss. But you're not seeing it that way. In the present moment, you're trying not to see it that way, or that's not how you're seeing it. You're looking at it face to face, and you're saying, you know what? I've been through worse. I've been through worse. And experience tells me that I will get through this, as I have gotten through so much in my life, which is really beautiful. But this card in reverse suggests to me that there's still a little bit of, I just heard losing face. It's potential of you losing face. Sorry, I'm just gonna, let's see, is it too dark? It's cloudy out. Just turned on a couple more lights. Yeah, I could have started 4 hours ago, but I didn't. I should have. It's okay. All right, clarify, please, Spirit, the Strength card in reverse. 3 cards came out, 4 cards came out. 6 of Swords in reverse, 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands in reverse, Page of Wands. First of all, let's talk about the 6 of Swords in the reverse. 6 of Swords in the upright talks about moving away from chaos. There's a sense of a little bit of stagnancy right now. Maybe if it was some kind of investment that you wanted to make, you don't come as like free and clear. You don't come into something free and clear. Like maybe you're attached to somebody, or, you know, in a high level partnership, and you can't just sign on the dotted line and not expect there to be any ramifications or consequences to the other people in your life. Right? So 6 of Swords is kind of like we're staying in this place for now. And I think this energy might have something to do with it. All Wands, all fire energy. 10 of Wands talks about putting down a heavy burden. 9 of Wands in reverse talks about no longer wanting to sustain something just for the sake of sustaining it. No longer wanting to stay in a situation simply to say, well, I'm tough, I can tough it out. No, this is not the energy that you're in. You can and you have, but in the present moment, you're not interested in that anymore. You're interested in Page of Wands, starting something new. A small step forward, a small foray into something. So these cards together, I said, why is the Strength card in reverse, Spirit? And they're basically saying to me that you're in a process of putting down a lot of, I just heard debt, burden, responsibility, right? Spirit's saying you're not free and clear, which is okay. I mean, we all have responsibilities, but I mean, they're showing me this play card again. That's why maybe at this point you are more interested in just enjoying the present moment, which is a good spot to be in, because there might be circumstances beyond your control. I see here though that you're trying to control what you can control. Still a little bit of fear though. A little bit of tentativeness. Pages are student energy. Teeny tiny tiptoey steps, as opposed to like a king energy that's just burst through the door and proclaiming something, right? So you're figuring it out in the present energy, figuring out what motivates you, figuring out where your heart space is, figuring out if you just need to light a fire under something, under yourself, to, you know, I'm seeing it with all this fire energy. It's happening, right? All Wands, it's happening. In the future potential, 7 of Cups in reverse. No longer feeling confused by all the options out there, no longer confused by, you know, in the future potential, you will have cleared up what it is that you are working towards, like your goals. Right? Because Seven of Cups is the card that represents being spoiled for choice. And the Hermit. Virgo energy, number 9 in the major arcana, representing somebody who retreats within, really exploring the depths of one's psyche to take stock of what we've learned, what we still need to learn, our trauma responses. Because I kind of see somebody sitting at a table and there's like a contract on the table, and you walking into the room so gung-ho, so ready to sign on the dotted line, and then at the last minute just hesitating because, you know, what's Aunt Susie gonna say about this, or what's my dad gonna think that I spent all this money, or, you know, if it's a contract for a car or property or signing on a new job, or just like all of a sudden I just felt like there were voices, not yours, coming in, kind of instilling you with a little bit of doubt. And in the future potential, you're just looking at, it's like the snake, right? Like you're looking at that doubt and trying to figure out a way to move past it, or move past the criticism, the commentary, the inner commentary, right? Like when we grow up with a certain amount of criticism, it then becomes the story inside of our own minds. I talked about this in the Sagittarius reading. No. Yes? I think I talked about this in the Sagittarius reading. I talked to them about rewriting the narrative, that how important it is to look at the narrative that you've told yourself your whole life about who you are, and then understanding that you don't actually have to follow that narrative if you don't want to. You can rewrite it. It's hard. You know, especially if you've received a lot of, I don't know, like accolades for your narrative. You know, like I am a Cancer, so I'm oftentimes known as like very mothering, probably smothering. I'm known as like a caretaker, that I'm an empath, that I care about people. I mean, all of that is true, but sometimes that can be exhausting. Sometimes I just want to like go crazy and like do what suits me best all the time. But what will people say, you know? It works in every direction. I kind of see you looking at all of that storytelling. I'm going to get one card of advice. One card of advice for Libra. Six of Cups. Six of Cups reflects upon the past. To understand the past is to understand where we've come from, right? Thank you, Spirit. It kind of a little bit confirms for me what I just said, right? Looking at the narrative, looking at the memories, the stories that have helped to shape who you are. This is, when it's in the upright, the Six of Cups is happy memories. What we're proud of, how we've built ourselves up, what we've overcome, the lessons we've learned, and the lessons we teach. So Spirit is saying this is a nice time in the future energy to be reflective, to be quiet, to quiet the mind, to meditate. It's almost like this torch lights this heart on fire. The spark of exploration, right? Closing your eyes, quieting your mind in meditation. In a way, that's a very incendiary thing to do, because you're stepping into another version of yourself. Whenever you meditate, you just jumping into another timeline. You're elevating yourself. That's your reading, Libra. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Libra.